Wait, away this beautiful Caitlin Clark poster to everyone who does the following. If you want to enter the giveaway, find the emoji that I placed somewhere in the video. If you find it, I want you to fill the form in the pinned comment. Once you're done, the poster will be yours. That's it. Now let's get into the video.
Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark has broken multiple rookie and WNBA records, attracted record viewership and attendance for the league, and brought significant attention to what was previously a lesser-known league, all in her first season. So, what more could she do for the WNBA? According to Ros Gold-Onwude, a media personality and broadcaster for the New York Liberty, quite a bit more. Earlier this week, Gold-Onwude appeared on The Dan Le Batard Show and criticized Clark for not being proactive enough in addressing the often baseless accusations of her fans engaging in racist behavior. Caitlin has not taken a proactive approach around toxic fandom, or been proactive against any kind of hateful discourse regarding the WNBA and its players, Gold-Onwude said. She did acknowledge that Clark has condemned such actions when asked, but seemed to suggest Clark should be spending more time online addressing trolls to meet her expectations. And that was just the first issue. Gold-Onwude went on to say that Clark must use her fame, something many WNBA players have reportedly been jealous of, to stand up against injustice for Black and LGBTQ players in the league. This is where she has agency, in how vocal of an advocate she wants to be for her fellow WNBA players, her teammates, many of whom are Black women, and a number who identify as LGBTQ. Gold-Onwude continued. It's her choice how she wants to participate, as someone who is willing to say, I am them and they are me, and that any nastiness is unacceptable, and to do so on her own. Gold-Onwude also attempted to give Clark some leeway for not being deeply involved in social justice activism like many others in the WNBA, though she did so by suggesting Clark might be uneducated about racial tensions in America. For us to expect a 22-year-old to have the right words to address racial tensions in America, or even the right strategy or how her lack of involvement could be perceived, that requires a level of education, she stated. However, it doesn't seem that Clark lacks education on racial tensions, as simply watching the news highlights how problematic these issues are.
Caitlin has not had a proactive approach around toxic fandom and what's appropriate for, or something that she celebrates or likes to see in her fan base, or being proactive against any type of hateful discourse around WNBA and its players. However, when she's been prompted, she has spoken very clearly on those matters and has taken a strong stance that none of that is acceptable. She doesn't back it, she is against it, and denounced it. So I think, this is where she has agency in how loud of an advocate she wants to be, how loud of an ally she wants to be for her fellow WNBA players, for her teammates, players, women that she's sharing the locker room, blood, sweat, and tears with. And, for the most part, are majority Black women, a number of people identify as LGBTQ. It's her choice, how she wants to participate as someone who's willing to say, I am them and they are me. And anything nasty is unacceptable. Anything hateful is unacceptable. And to do that on her own. And that's hard. And I'm not sure it's fair to say that she has to, or that she needed to be ready this season. Perhaps we would have liked to see her prepared for that. But one, she has the agency to choose to participate in that way. Two, I think there is reasonable grace to be given to a player who a lot of this is moving so fast, like straight from a college season that was electric, right into the WNBA season that's been electric, and in a level of attention that has really never been seen before for a women's basketball player and for many athletes. And for us to expect a 22-year-old to have the right words to address racial tensions in America, or to have even the right strategy or comprehension of her role in it, or her power in it, or how her lack of participation could be viewed. I mean, that takes a level of education. I'll be interested in seeing how Caitlin uses this offseason to reflect, to get education, and to devise perhaps some strategy, and then see how she responds in this off season and next season, as far as, deciding how she wants to, if and how she wants to participate as a vocal, advocate or ally towards, hateful speech.
Gold-Onwude's real aim appears to be getting Clark to adopt a specific viewpoint on racism. One focused on the Black experience, which aligns with critical race theory, at least in this context within the WNBA. Gold-Onwude expressed hope that Clark would use the offseason to reflect and educate herself. One might begin to wonder if being progressive is a requirement to work in the WNBA, as the two often seem intertwined. Despite this, since joining the league, Clark has consistently praised past and current WNBA stars, acknowledging their contributions to the game.
No problem, and good luck in the WNBA. I hope you have a great first season.
Thanks. I'm sure it will be a big first step for me. But it's just one step for the WNBA. Thanks to all the great players like Cheryl Swoops, Lisa Leslie, Cynthia Cooper, the great Dawn Staley, and my basketball hero, Maya Moore. These are the women that kicked down the door so I could walk inside. So I want to thank them tonight for laying the foundation.
She even expressed sympathy for Angel Reese after her season-ending injury, despite Reese seemingly holding animosity toward her.
Yeah, I think it's obviously definitely sad anytime you see anybody go down with an injury, especially people that you came into this league with, whether it was Cam, whether it was Angel, and especially Angel. Like, you want to see her finish out this year. Obviously, she's had a historic year and she's done some incredible things. And for me, like, getting to play against her, like, her motor is up there, if not the best in the league. Like, she just doesn't stop working. So, congratulations to her. I thought she had a tremendous year, and I thought she came to the league and really did what she's done well her entire career as long as I've known her. So it's definitely devastating. That's never anything you want to see from a player.
Legendary coach Jim Boeheim said he went to Albany to personally watch Caitlin Clark play basketball. The last person he did that with was Pistol Pete Maravich.
Would you allow Caitlin Clark, if you were her coach, to shoot the way she shoots?
And further back if she wants.
There's no bad shot then for her.
He's like Steph Curry. You think Steve Kerr ever tells Steph Curry, hey, Steph, don't take that shot? No.
I think maybe 10 years ago he did.
No, I doubt it. I think Steph Curry's been on a roll for at least 7 or 8 years.
No, but I think initially he was like, those seem like crazy shots.
He's the only one that I've seen other than Steph Curry that can do that. She's incredible. She's the best player to watch. I've said this all year. She's the best player to watch playing basketball, other than Steph Curry, in my mind. I mean, I drove to Albany to see her. I've never done that. The last time I drove someplace to see a player was Pete Maravich in the NIT. That was when I was 21. That was 50 years ago. So she's that good.
Clark has also condemned fans who have behaved inappropriately toward other players. All of these actions are commendable. Perhaps her best decision has been avoiding politicizing her platform. Many potential WNBA fans are turned away by the frequent political activism and progressive attitudes displayed by players. And Clark's popularity stems, in part, from her staying clear of this. It's worth noting that some of the very players Gold-Onwude wants Clark to advocate for have accused her of being popular solely because she is white, committed numerous flagrant fouls against her, and celebrated her failures out of sheer spite. While one shouldn't necessarily hold grudges, if Clark were to take these players' treatment of her into account, it would be understandable if she were not particularly motivated to champion the injustices they continually talk about. In her young career, Clark has proven to be hardworking, exciting to watch, humble in the face of praise, resilient against adversity, and not politically outspoken. She shouldn't feel pressured to change that during the offseason, despite what Gold-Onwude might hope.